Welcome to the Patricia Joe Grover Show, where we turn believers into achievers. And today with me, I have my friend Beverly Zimet. She's also another show host of her own Beverly Zimet Show, and she's one of the owners of DBI International. Welcome to the show, Beverly.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. This is such an honor. I really cherish and value our time together and as cohorts in business, as friends, as show hosts. And again, with the DBI International, you're a part of it, and it's just an honor to have you a part of that as well. Because, as you know, with DBI, what do? We work a lot in the virtual reality world. And that's what we want to focus on here today because we've got some really exciting things coming up with events and everything we'll share and what virtual reality really is. And we're going to ask you a question. Is your business VR ready? And if it's not, why should it be? Right?
Exactly. Fantastic, Beverly. So we have some information here that we're going to share. Do you have a video to play for us, Beverly, so that people
You know,
get to know what it is that we're doing, and just give them some hints about things that they can do with their business in virtual reality.
I can do that. Let me go grab that little video and we'll start it. Okay, hold on 1 second here. And push
Beverly.
go.
It's on its way.
It's playing. This is Beverly Zimet and my business partner, Robert Carlisle, joined together a few months ago and created Digital Business International, where we want to share with the world the virtual reality world where business is being done and delivered in a very delightful, entertaining, and impressive way. DBI helps your business deliver its training, carry out meetings, and perform with perfection. We help educators, students, teachers, trainers, and homeschooling by making learning an experience that is unique, efficient, engaging, and visually appealing. Having these four principles in place makes learning new skills highly effective.
Hi, folks. This is Robert here. And, becoming a leader in your industry, there are skills that one performs to make learning easy for the students. It doesn't matter what age one is, to be an effective facilitator, the delivery of information needs to be transferred from the instructor to the student in a manner that follows the four principles of being unique, efficient, engaging, and visual appealing.
The virtual platform used by DBI incorporates cutting edge technology and the learning tools necessary to develop your organization to advance forward. This works for businesses such as major corporations and all the way down to one on one coaching. And it also includes schools from K through 12 and on into college.
In 2020, it's become more prevalent than ever. The generations coming in today are being impacted with technology from every direction. We as educators need to get on board to assure these children develop the skills to function in society, however that might be. Today, more than ever, we have a larger number of children with learning challenges that need to be addressed now. There are more focused on visual learning due to the way their brains are wired. We at DBI have taken this into consideration as we continue to develop ways to educate with four principles of being unique, efficient, engaging, and visually appealing, like we said before. DBI will help your organization to develop and utilize these skills to make them work best for your specific audience.
And Robert, video is a great way to learn and develop a skill set that will work in any environment or level of training or education. So we have videos and personal training that helps you become the expert with our platform in just a few short weeks. This training will help you monetize your business in ways you never thought possible and will also expand your reach globally. DBI will take firsthand onto the platform where you will have audio and visual communication all within the platform itself. No outside equipment or programs are necessary. All you need is a PC, a headset for clearer audio, a mouse, or a keyboard to bring yourself into the world of virtual reality. The new way of learning, the new way of doing business, and the only way to experience fun with family, friends, and connections from around the world, all in the comfort of your home environment.
Hey, Beverly, follow me through the store over here.
Okay.
Welcome to the DBI Sky Park, Beverly.
Wow, this is amazing. I love it.
And Beverly, your personalized space will be designed to wow your potential and current customers or clients. DBI will have clients coming back for more. We save you and the client hours of airport time, thousands of dollars for expensive flights, hotel rooms, taxi rides, or rental cars, and food expenses when eating out. And as previously mentioned, the graphics on this platform are of the highest quality. Your logos and brands will come to life. Your personalized space will be designed to wow your potential and current customers or clients. DBI will have your clients coming back for more like you would not believe. We save you and your client hours of airport time, thousands of dollars for expensive flights, hotel rooms, taxi rides, and even car rentals. Your food expenses, eating out, are going to be gone. Now you can enjoy meeting your new or potential clients in a professional setting or take them to a fancy restaurant setting and have a designer meal delivered their place of residence anywhere in the world and enjoy a meal together. How cool is that? How about a moment of happy hour? We got that covered as well.
DBI also makes available a way to use a whiteboard for training if that's your way of delivering your message. We also have screen presentations available for slideshows or videos to make your message come across loud and clear. Within the virtual reality platform, we also have a way of bringing in the real world. So you can actually have your human body there during a presentation if that is necessary for you to deliver your message in the business that you do. So let's just say, for instance, you are a chef and you're teaching how to create a designer meal. We can have you performing in your kitchen live to show exactly how it is you're creating that designer meal. If you teach art, or if you're a yoga teacher, Tai Chi, crafts, exercise, or maybe you're even a clothing designer, maybe you market jewelry or other products that need to be shown in their realness, we got you covered on that as well.
And Beverly, if you have a business, we here at DBI want to share with you a way to fast forward your creation and move to a more effective way to deliver to the audience to attain lasting results. Let us share with you the world of virtual reality where you become the leader of your industry. Set up a meeting with DBI and let's get you going. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Wow. Now.
Fantastic. Isn't that so great to be able to share this with everybody, Beverly? I mean,
Oh my gosh.
really, it's something
It
else.
is. It is. And if someone would have told me even 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, or whatever, that I would be playing around in virtual reality and I would have a business that incorporated virtual reality, I'd say, what are you smoking? I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I never in my wildest dreams ever thought or even knew about virtual reality. I mean, I know what the gaming platform is because I got grandkids and great grandkids, and they're into that gaming and whatever.
Right.
And for me, it was like it just. I mean, I didn't even play Xbox. Okay,
Exactly,
So-
exactly. And I actually didn't even know about it until I was a guest on your show, and then, became involved because I see that the future is knocking on our door right now.
yeah,
It is here.
it's
And
addicting, isn't it?
right. Just the benefits. People need to, again, my book is living outside the box. People need to think outside the box and
Right.
think about what is available for them, for their business to be able to move forward in today's world and what we have going on
Oh
with
my
what this
gosh.
pandemic has created, not just for our limitations on our businesses, but also what it's done to limit our social interaction and what we need. We have a need for it as human beings.
Right.
That connection is being lost in so many different ways. So
Right.
eh, this platform is the fantastic answer for so many of those pieces of the puzzle. and
Right.
and as I've been integrating the VR into my business that I do with my consulting, coaching, and conquering skills education that I do with my clients here, as the goal achievement strategist. But also, my husband and I own a frisbee disc golf course in
Right.
real life, and we are having one built in VR so that people can, if they shut us down because if because we were shut down before because people were not allowed to play,
Right.
so this would still give people the opportunity to be able to do that and have the social interaction with that as well. So again, monetizing, and there's different things you can do with your business that people really need to open up their eyes to and stop looking at, through the belief window of, hey, there's no other way to do business.
Right. And
So
that is so true, Patty, what you're saying. It's, sometimes we look at things that are so different that it's like, oh man, if I have to
exactly.
learn one more thing, right? How many of us have said that? But in essence, it's a continuation and it's a journey and it's a growth and it's an expansion. And
Right.
like you said, the things that are going on here in 2020, did any of us ever imagine something like this could have happened in our lifetime? Holy moly, right?
No.
So actually, we started the virtual reality world, my partner and I, Robert, in January, and I had mentioned to him almost 2 years ago now that I was looking for a way to do my workshops and classes, right, in a virtual setting where I could actually have butts in the seats
Right.
because people were doing online courses, but to try to create that connectiveness and whatever. And he shared with me back then, the virtual reality world. Well, what he was showing me was something that was like totally irrelevant. And
Right.
then in January, he'd come back and he said, I got your answer. And I says, well, show me, right? And he pops up this beautiful university inside the virtual reality world. I'm like, oh my
There you
gosh,
go.
right?
Right.
It's like now you got my attention.
Right.
What's next? Show me what's
Right.
inside this university. We went into a classroom where there were desks with little computers on, and up in front there was a big, screen where you could put up PowerPoints and stuff. I'm like,
Right.
okay, all right, now we're getting closer. He takes me upstairs in the university and we go into this auditorium.
Right. Right.
The end.
Hmm.
The end. It's
Exactly.
like, okay, what do I do? How do we get this going? And it just eventually started to evolve into Digital Business International. And we are international. And so we've
Exactly.
created in this virtual reality world a way for businesses. So basically, what we've done is we've taken all this gaming platform and moved it into business.
Right.
And then all of a sudden in March, what happens? Wow, the world we live in right now came into being.
Right.
And it's like, what do we need to do? How do we, everybody's scrambling. And Zoom became, the hot item, which is what we're looking at right now. Here we are
Right.
talking to each other on a Zoom, right? But we have taken it to a different level.
Right.
When you're in a one-on-one in Zoom, it's great because you've got that constant interaction. But when you're with a whole group of people, you get a lot of static and the mind starts to go crazy. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? Because everybody's doing different movements, right?
You're looking at everybody's different background, seeing if you can pick stuff out.
Right.
Is that real? Is that not real? Oh, what's that person doing over there?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then because you're trying to listen to keep to stay attentive, but you might be eating. You shut your video off so nobody can see what you're doing.
Yeah, there's been things that
Yeah.
we've seen about that. Right.
So and then you come up with this what's being called a Zoom fatigue, right? Because again, it's too much static for the brain, so the brain begins to shut down, right? So when you're in the virtual reality, you're there as an avatar. Right. However, the mind sees you as a person because you are in a human body, so to speak. You saw that in the video, right? Your mouth moves. You can hear each other inside. There's no other
It's
things
just
that are
like
needed.
Yeah,
the platform
it's just
is
like
all
we were. Right. It's just like
Yeah.
if you and I were standing there, standing beside each other, talking to each other.
Exactly.
Because that is our person at that point in
Right.
time. That is what it is.
Right. And
So if I turn my back, if I turn my back on you, if I'm not looking at you here, I feel like I'm being rude, right?
Right.
The same thing in avatar form.
Yeah, and it's amazing how real it becomes, when you're, standing or walking around, checking things out, or whatever the case may be, or, if you're just sitting in a conversation, right? And, you saw the boardroom table, right, where Robert and I were sitting. So let's just say all those seats were full. So now you're having a mastermind group, or you're just,
Right.
having a business meeting with, employees and the CEOs. So you're in that, and you will find yourself, because now everyone is looking at the same thing, and they all see one another. So there is that connectedness.
Right.
You're going to actually see yourself moving, talking to the person next to you. You're going to lean over, you're going to turn your face, and you're going to say to them, do you remember when we did, or hey, do you have that file on? Because it is so real. Yeah. And the first time I did that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But the mind brings that connectedness together, and everyone's looking at the same thing
right now, right? But that's what we're in need of in this world right now. And we don't, again, there's no end in sight for what's going on, or if things are going to get worse, or whatever. We just need to focus on our future, and that's what I teach my clients, and with my show, and what I do as the goal achievement strategist is we need to focus on our future, moving ourselves forward in a positive direction.
Right.
And right now, this is the best thing I can see to help that happen. So.
Yeah.
So fantastic. So Beverly, let's share with everybody. We're going to be on the show with Rich on Saturday.
Let me bring that picture up here.
Yeah.
All right. So it's called How to Rock the Virtual Stage. And we didn't even talk about the stages. I mean, we saw a couple pictures in the video.
Yeah, but we'll talk about the stages, because that's what Rich is all about.
Right.
Rich Trigger von Traeger is actually, he'd been a sportscaster for many years, but now he's gone into teaching people how to do presentations on virtual stages. That's his specialty. Right. So and we're going to be on his show talking about the difference between virtual stages as we know them. Everybody knows them as all these Zoom things and summits, and how everybody has been doing that. But now we're talking real virtual stages people can get on. So
exactly.
We're rocking the world with virtual stages. So yeah, Beverly, finish up what you were saying. I just got excited and had to.
Oh, yeah, it is exciting. I'm excited to be on here too, and I'm actually going to be in his real life studio because he only lives like 20 minutes from me, so that's exciting
Yeah.
to be able to be, you know, in his presence in his studio, and that is so
Right.
exciting. But as you can see here in the picture, there's the big billboards and the stages, and you did see one of the stages. We have different stages, and when you come into our virtual reality world and you stand on one of those stages, now what you can put in your repertoire as well is you are an international speaker because you're speaking on an international stage. Because what? DBI is an international business.
Exactly.
That's exciting, right? Isn't that exciting?
It is exciting. I mean, we do business, Beverly. I know you and I do business with people from South Africa, from Australia, from
The
well,
UK,
India, the UK.
Canada,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, from all over, which is really, really awesome because the more you can expand your business, the more business you have. So this is what's really, really awesome. So our show with Rich is going to be this Saturday coming up, the 19th of September. Oh my gosh, can you believe
I
this
know.
month
It's
is like,
time's going by so fast.
oh my gosh, it's like half over, you
Right,
know?
right. So we're going to share the Bitly link down below, I believe, to make sure that
Yeah, we
everybody
will.
has it.
So it's at 3 p.m. Mountain Time.
And so,
And,
so that's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and
right,
Eastern. Yep.
right. So this is the link, the http colon dot slash slash bit.ly rock VR stages, and make sure you use the capitals like they show here because sometimes it's case
Right.
sensitive and we don't want you to miss it. This link will actually take you to an Eventbrite link to where you can register for his show, right?
Right. And it's
And
free to register.
yes, the show is
Yep.
free to come and watch,
Yeah.
and it's going to be great. And listen to some of his other shows too. He's
Yeah.
very
This isn't
enlightening.
right. This isn't the time of his regular show. This is a special show
Yeah, it's a special
that he's
edition.
doing because just the connection of him rocking the virtual stages,
Right?
and now we're gonna mind blow people to be able to rock the real virtual stages and
Exactly.
internationally. So fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, he's become one of our greatest advocates, right? And, we've got a lot of testimonials from people who have been on the stages who are a part of our events, right? And we would like to see you rocking these VR stages. We'd also like to see you in our events. And we've got an upcoming event called the Fall Festival,
Yeah,
right?
tell them all about it, Beverly, because this is where, you know, for right now, even this time of year, isn't it when we're starting to see advertisements of different like events, like the fall events where
Right.
for crafters, for these type of things. Well,
Yeah.
right now we don't know what the limitations are going to be for putting these on, or
Right.
people that have those products and services that they normally sell at these events. This is a way for businesses from all over to get that exposure. If you've been
Exactly.
a crafter and have been doing your stuff and it's just sitting there and
It's time to get it
it's
out
time
there,
to get
right?
it out there. Yeah.
And we're getting close to the holiday seasons, right? So what do we have coming up here in October is the Oktoberfest. Can we all get together? Probably
Yeah.
not so much. Then we
Right.
have Halloween. Can we get together? Probably not so much, right? And so we're looking to make this event, expanded. So we'll start on October 1st and it'll run for 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
I mean
I
that's
know, isn't that
fantastic.
crazy? And then that it doesn't stop there because when the fall festival ends on November 9th, on November 10th we begin the holiday fest, which runs to the
It's
23rd.
like so
Another six
exciting.
weeks. I
Right.
know. And we
Right.
want to get as many people in there because every week we want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And not only can you be on virtual stages, we have virtual breakout rooms. You can market whatever you do. You
Right.
can actually get on that stage, tell the world about you and say, "Hey, on this day at this time, I am going to do a 2-hour mini training class." or I'm going to have a
Right.
4-hour workshop. And you can give them that, and it all takes place on this virtual platform. And we build you out that space so that when your guests come in, they're going to see what? They're going to see you. They're going to see your banner. It's a way for you to come alive in the
Right.
world.
And how I want to explain this to people is, you know what you're used to when you go to a regular expo or an event that you're in, where you have to haul all your stuff to this event
Right?
center. You have to set it all up, and you're
Stand
there,
there for two
stand
or
there,
3 days,
right?
right?
And then at the end, you got to tear everything down and pack stuff up that you didn't sell and haul it back home.
Right.
This is nothing. You don't have to do that. This is the coolest thing about it, is you can have all the stuff that you would normally have to sell,
Right.
that you would do from your booth, but you can have it all as clickable, and people purchase it from your own website. The link can
Right.
go right through to your own website, so that people are making purchases there. So even again, and this is a conversation Beverly and I had when we were first trying to put this together, was even crafters. You have the virtual, the real goods. I mean, it's the goods you're selling, your own goods.
Right.
But so you're just going to need to take pictures or videos of them and have them available for people to look at from,
Right,
clickable
and
links.
there's again too, we have the technology, right?
Right.
So you can actually, this is what's really cool, because we are going to have the availability for you to be on that stage
Right.
in your physical body if necessary. So let's just say here you are, and you have everything laid out on your table at home, right? And now you are on the virtual stage, and you can say, so this is what I have. I have this outfit. You can pick it up and you can show the person. Wouldn't this look beautiful on your little 6-month-old daughter or son or
Right.
grandchild or
Well, if it
whatever,
were
right?
a knit or crocheted, like
Right,
wanted or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
right. So you can do that on the stage. And if you want that, all you need to do is take the clickable item, right? Or you give them a link and then you say, this is item A1 or B2 or C5 or 124, however you want to set it up. But you're able to show them physically what that item looks like. And, maybe you do, say, ceramic type of things. This isn't a ceramic, but you could bring it up, say, I have this beautiful piece, right?
Right.
And so there's so many different things. And then
Right.
you can give them a link where they can reach out to you personally. You can give them a link to a website, maybe, where things are. Maybe
Right.
you have an Etsy store you can send them
Exactly.
to. But your exposure is going to be, and becoming a part of this event, you can be on that stage 15 times. And if you want to get more stage exposure, all you got to do is invite people. Because you know what? We can't have a vendor show without what? Attendees.
Right.
And so for every attendee that you get registered, let's just say you got 50 people that registered. Now you get what? 15 more opportunities to be on. Right? I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And then if you do 100, you're going to get 25 or more.
Fantastic. Right.
It's going to keep on growing. And look at the investment. If you look at the investment when you go to a vendor show, how much money does it actually cost you to do that show? How much money, how many sales do you have to just pay for your expenses for being there?
Now,
Because
Beverly, I think most, and where I am, and I'm in Maine, so I know those events for people to go have a booth are usually at least like $50 a day for just
right.
having a booth at one of these events.
Yeah, whether
So
it's an indoor or outdoor,
right.
it's those expenses. I mean, I lived in Vegas for a long time, and that's convention capital of the world, right? And so there's always things going on, whether it was outside or inside, and especially now
Right.
during this season where people are thinking about gifts for Christmas and different things like that, right? And they want to go because they buy ahead of time. Oh yeah, so and so's birthday is going to be in January, and then you got this, and you got this anniversary, right? So there's always that thinking ahead time. So these shows are valuable, right? And people kind of really want to get back to that homemade stuff, buying things in a store is one thing, but when you can get a unique piece of something that someone put their heart into, how great is that? So let's go look at some of these events, because I know in Vegas and even in Denver here, there's a lot of spaces that you spend anywhere on average from $250 to $550 for a 1 or 2 day event. And now you've got that expense, but you still have the expense of what? Hauling everything in. And if you don't live in the area, now you got to bring the stuff with you.
Right.
So that's an expense. And if it's a union, they have to set it up for you. They have to bring it to your table, to your space, right? That's an expense. Right. And then you have to have a hotel room. And then you have to have food eating out, as mentioned. And then maybe you need a taxi to get where you are, or you do a rental car, but if all your stuff came in on the plane as well, or if you drove the distance from, wherever you were. So think about, you start adding all of those expenses up.
Exactly.
How?
And then your meals and everything.
So when you look at the volume of sales that you have to have that need to pay for that before you can say I had a profit, it's a lot.
Right.
In the virtual world, you cut all that out, right? So really, the only expense you have is what it costs you to get into the event. And right now we have a special for the first 150 people. It's $99. Wow, where are you going to get that for 6 weeks?
For 6 weeks, right?
6 weeks. It's a $600, because we usually charge that much per week. But if you missed that 150 week, that special, and 150 booths are sold, guess what? The price then goes up to $199, which is still a bargain when you look across the board. For 6
weeks as a storefront, basically 6 weeks to rent a storefront.
And you don't have to stand behind that booth all the time. You get exposure by being, on the platform. You set up everything that you want, right? And you're there, and now you can interact with the attendees from all over the world, because they will come up. You have Q&A on your stage presence, or in your, whatever.
So let me clarify too. This can be done for every industry, every business. The only thing we have to limit, because it's not DBI's policy, but it's the policy of the major platform, is there's no CBD products.
Exactly. And there's no, we're going to have entertainment dancers and singers, because we're looking for that as well. So if you have a band and you want to get your band out there and you want your performance out there, you want your audience to find you on this platform, oh my goodness, and you can perform live. In your physical body on there, which is really awesome. Right. But there's no profanity, so I talked with several of the shows in Vegas to bring them on board, but they can't have, the nudity, because some shows have that, right? So that's out, and CBD is, off limits, so even if it's on your website, that part has to be removed.
Think of PG-13.
Well, it's actually PG, because we don't want foul language in there. And it's business attire. It's not that you're going to have all these, avatars running around in here dressed up as who the heck knows what. No. This is business casual dress attire. And we will help you get your avatars all dressed up. And you know what? If you want an avatar that looks like you, we even have a way to do that. So we can help you to make this the most exciting, adventurous time for you and your customers. right? So the link that I posted up above here, this bit.ly/capital event, capital Patty, right, will take you to where you can actually get on the platform. It's got the directions, right? And Patty will personally reach out to you. We'll get you in the platform. We'll show you how to jump around. We'll show you how to walk, how to run, how to have a good time, right?
And get you set up.
Oh, Patty, you're fading away.
Oh,
Yep, I'm not sure what happened to your voice, but you're fading away.
well, I'm here. Hello.
I know she's here.
What happened to my voice?
So, I'm not sure. But I know what she's saying. So, what she's saying is she is definitely going to make sure that you have the best experience ever. And all of your attendees and your peeps and your friends and your family, are also able to come in there. We're actually going to have food vendors, and that's going to be fun. And when you see the food vendors, it's like, say you meet somebody new. Let's just say, for instance, you meet somebody new and you live in Maine, where Patty's at, right? And you meet somebody from South Africa. And they say, whew, I'm kind of, it's like dinner hour here. I'm going to get me something to eat. Hey, you know what? It's almost breakfast time here because there's a lot of time difference, right? Right? And so it's like, okay, so what can we do? And it's like, oh my gosh, here's a little food sign, right? So you both, go to your favorite restaurants or whatever, and you have that food ordered in. Or you make something at home, and then there's links around the platform that you can just actually go and sit in a real fancy decked out restaurant, or you can just go to something that looks like a casual cafe, or you can take yourselves down to the cabana at the beach and sit there and get to know each other and have, share a meal together. Now that's real connected. Can you do that on a Zoom? You can, but it's not comfortable. It's not the same thing, right? And so that's what we're looking to bring, the comfortableness and the reality of what this physical world is, and bring these two platforms together to create a new environment and a new adventure by bringing the best of both worlds together for getting to know people, for business, and for fun, right? And is this just for adults? Oh my gosh, Patty, I forgot to tell them this. So what we're going to have, again, Halloweens are for what? Well, yeah, a lot of people like to dress up. We will have a dress up time, and where you'll have the link for that. And so you can go into that private area and have your avatar dressed up however you want. And there'll be a voting, there'll be prizes given away, and there'll be prizes throughout this whole event, that you can register for as well. But we're going to have like a little space where we have authors who write children's books. How fun. So for Halloween, we'll have like a little pumpkin patch type of thing, right? So the parents can come in and their children can be there to watch, and it'll be a children's hour where they'll be able to listen to one of these authors read their story to these kids, right? And isn't that fun? And then again, if your kid really loves the story, Christmas is coming, you can actually purchase that book in real time and have it delivered to your door, right? Because most of our authors are all on Amazon, or they have their own websites where you can order the books and things like that. So how cool is that?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's just so much. So go to that event up here at the top, the bit.ly/capital EVENT, capital PATTI, and it will walk you step by step how to get onto the platform And once you're on that platform, Patty will know you're there, DBI will know you're there, and we are going to get you into the virtual reality world like we showed, right? And we'll talk about your business. What can we do to get your business now moving forward? By being a part of this event is going to get you massive amount of exposure, massive amounts. All the people that you know, you're going to share this link with them. It's not limited. It's unlimited. In virtual reality, it's unlimited for space. Where in the real world, you make a call, it's like, oh, the event's already full. Oh, shucks. And when you're in a convention or you're in a vendor show, arena in real life, they only have so many hours of show space, and if you didn't get on that roster, you're out of luck. Well, guess what? You don't run out of space in the virtual reality world, and you can put your time slot in. Let's just say, oh my gosh, there's 5 people with the same time slot. Does it matter? No. Why? Because we duplicate space all over. So there's going to be people coming in that want to see this person at this time, but there's people that are coming in that they want to see you at this time. And then you can duplicate times. I mean, it's endless in here.
And the show, you can hear me now, right?
You're very soft.
Okay. And the show runs 24 hours.
Yes. So, so let's just say you want to have an hour, show, because I think Eastern time there's 5 hours to the UK. So you can set up a time there, and you can actually be there during their time. And hey, Patty, why don't you check your volume and see if maybe it got turned down or something?
No.
It's up? Okay. So you can set those time elements, and we can do pre-recorded. So if you're in Australia, because it's the middle of the night here, when it's their day starting over there the next day, right? So that can be put up so they can still discover you. They can go to your space. They can see what you have available, and they can click there 24/7. Can you get that anywhere else? No. And so when you're in the platform, and we have all the other little people in the platform, and you're talking and everybody's walking around, you're meeting new people, and it is a closed show. I want to mention that it is a closed show, so that when people come in, they don't have to concern themselves about who are these people, right? So that is what's really, really awesome.
It's ticketed.
It's a ticketed event. Yep. No ticket, no enter. Right? And you know what? To get a ticket for 6 weeks is what? $25. That's $150 value. And that's good for the first 750 who registered, and then the price is going to go up to $35. And these prices are good right now. So don't miss out. Go up there, get yourself on the platform, so that we can get you first in line. October 1st is coming, right? If this is not like a Zoom. So getting on this platform, I want to specify that. It's not like when you go, to a Zoom, like click, poof, and you're there. It's not quite like that. It's not complicated. It just needs a few more steps, because we are moving into a virtual reality world. We're not just moving into a picture world, right? And so all you need is a PC. You need a keyboard or a mouse, right? And you need a headset. You don't have to have the headset. The headset is nice because it just kind of gives you a little more clear audio, but it's not necessary. And the platform we use, you don't need these Oculus glasses either. You can just use that platform. And that's the fun part about it. So we got you covered all the way around, right? And as the little video said, go back and rewatch that video, right? Because it's a great video to share and really learn more about us. So reach out to Patty up there, or comment below here at her show and say, I want to get on that virtual platform.
Ask questions. Ask questions.
Ask questions. That's right. Right? That's what we're here for, to interact. You know, what did you like most about this show? It's a lot of information here. A lot of information. Right? And one more time, let's go back to the show we're going to be on Saturday, right? Is going to be the How to Rock the Virtual Stage. So you want to hear more about just the virtual stages. Definitely go to the link for the Eventbrite page, the bit.ly, capital R Rock, capital V, capital R, capital S stages, right? Rock BR stages. And register. It's free. It's free. It's 5 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Pacific, and 4 o'clock Central. And I just jumped all over the place, didn't I? So figure out what time zone you're in. And, you know, if you're on the other side of the pond, you can figure it out. And definitely go in there, register, because you don't want to miss this event. It is a special edition to Rich's show. And if you like what you see and you want to be on Rich's show, reach out to him then, because he's always looking for speakers, so is Patty. You want to be on Patty's show? Reach out to him. Right down here, say, hey, I want to be on your show. You want to be on the Beverly Zimus show? Say so. Say, hey, how do I get on your show, Beverly? Wow. So we have so much going on that it's crazy, right? It's totally crazy. And it has been, gosh, Patty, we could just keep on going on and on and on, right? But it's time. I think we've taken up enough of your time, and we appreciate everyone who has listened in here today. And I'm not sure what happened to Patty's voice, but I know it's there, and hopefully we can hear it better, right?
But until next time.
Until next time, that's right. It's time to say, go out there, make it an achievement goal, and let this strategist help you do the heavy lifting. Just like DBI is helping you do the heavy lifting for the events. So again, both bit links are showing here. Grab them, come and see us, ask questions, get the answers, and we will see you all on Patty's next show. Or we'll see you on my show, or we will, better yet, see you on the virtual reality shows and stages. Bye, everybody.